All right, so what's up, guys? Let me get the mic over today. We are updating the test strategies area of our mission control. So, I have a couple friends who have been watching the content and they're like, bro, I have some ideas. Let me test out some ideas. So, this took a screenshot because I think this area is static text. I want to make sure that that doesn't confuse anybody. But yeah, you can basically go to test strategies, enter in your strategy up here, hit the run back test, and then get the results. So it'll tell you it ran the back test on 15 trades, 53% win rate, profit factor 3.24, which is really nice. Risk risk reward factor 9.5, profit factor 4.57 out of the sample. Second half was 2.63. Okay, so it averaged out. So yeah, so this strategy is pretty good. Shout out to Amir. And then you can, of course, save the test strategy. So from here, you could, or I could, or anybody could, then go to our trading channels, and we could actually have it build a algorithm to trade forward. So, and then actually, give it, let's say $500 and then see what it does. So, this is, what happened? Sorry, we got football on too. My Eagles come on at 7. All right, there we go. Okay, so it ran the strategy that you just saw inside that box. So now I want to do some updates. I want to take a screenshot. Save that, and I'm going to drop it into Claude Code. And then I'm going to say remove any static text, add a loading bar for the run back test so the user knows how long they are waiting while the test is running. Okay. We'll start there. And then from there, okay, so these are the existing strategies. So these are shipped, monitor, no builds. Then we have 11. Okay. What else do I want to do? Now, I thought about adding, last night I was talking with my boy Benoit. He's out in Thailand. And he showed me his setup. He's basically got the ability to see charts within his platform. I don't know if I want to do all that. I mean, it would make it easier instead of having to go to Thinkorswim. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. Not this video. This video, I'm just going to stick to, I said, updating the test strategies. I'm going to just make sure that this is running properly. So it's doing its thing. I just realized my camera's not on. Let's try that again. Jameis Winston got a touchdown. Okay, see what is going on with my camera. There we go. What's up, guys? All right, so let's keep going. Okay, so this is now the same on lab. Since guest used that page, identical still, updating the placeholder so the remaining hint flex the parser, but fly, reload. Okay. Give me another example strategy I can enter to the site. Oh, my man almost hit the bench. Crazy. All right. So about testing and iterating. So I did come across some research that was talking about essentially finding strategies trading international markets. So we've been doing all U.S. markets, but there's arbitrage that we can find between Europe, Asia, and yeah, I think that was it. Europe and Asia. And I think it did some Middle East. I'm not. I can't remember. I have to go back and look at it, but I do think it looked at the Middle East. But yeah, that looks actually pretty promising. So I have a couple things being built into the incubator. Incubator is located here. I really need to make this a collapsible. Where's my incubator stuff? Okay, yeah, strategy incubator. Okay, maybe it's in the queue, but it'll. This is the strategy incubator. So yeah, I'm gonna put some of those there and see where it goes. Okay, so now, and this 32% win rate that includes like forex and stuff. It's not a part of the main thing that we're doing over here. So this kind of because this was created first, and I had a bunch of stuff on there before. Excuse me, I built out the trading channels. That is the one thing with streaming. You definitely gotta make sure you got some water. Jeez. All right. So let's see. Where are we at? Um, okay. We're going to copy this. Go to test strategy. Actually, let's refresh. Test strategy. Run back test. Uh-oh, fumble. Oh man. I don't even know who the coach is for the Miami Dolphins. Didn't they? Did they fire? Yeah, they definitely fired Mike Daniels. Who is the coach for Miami Dolphins? Jeff Halfley. All right. Anyway, so this was the study that I did. I will show you this real quick. Um, where anomalies still live. So we looked at 39 stock markets. Holstein was or Jacobson Mueller, where do you see Holstein? Holstein ran 132 anomalies through ex-US cross-section and found that once you strip out tiny stocks correct for multiple testing and risk adjustment with factor models, only about 15 still yield significant long short returns, and most of these are value anomalies. Both findings are true at once, and together they say something quite precise. So that led us, okay, that led us to looking at, specific markets: Germany, France, Sweden, and Japan. Mind you, Japan is in the news a lot right now because of their issue with bond markets. Um, so it actually graded the different markets. So it had Japan first. Interesting. UK, Germany. And it goes down from there. So because we're using international brokers, IB, we have the opportunity, and other brokers do too, but I looked it up and just wanted to make sure that the algorithmic trading that we're doing, that we can apply it to these markets as well. Checked it, and we're good. So breaks down the strategy. So this is all good documentation. There's an area called docs. I think I'm going to start adding those studies there. And then this was the other study that it did, strategies that survived. So I like how it grades them that way. So previously I did everything through the terminal, but now what I'm testing is doing a study, having it already graded, and then feeding the study back into Claude. So because I think that hallucinations happen, slippage happens, so I don't want to overload it. I kind of want to just give it specific directions prior to the research portion, or you can have the research portion and then the execution portion of actually building the strategy based off of the findings, because that's the best way to say it. All right, so now let's see. Let's go back to here, test strategies, and this came back 40% from 62 trades. Does not bear random entry with the same exits. Exit cross direction not stated. Read as crossing down adverse cross for a long exit, same signal, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it doesn't seem like this is worth actually building out. So I'm just reading through the response that Claude gave. Um, how come I can't hear this? Eh, put a mini data center in your home. Not really worth it. Your electricity bill is definitely gonna be crazy. Maybe if you have solar panels with a battery, but nah, I don't think it's worth it. All right. So let's keep going. Oh, by the way, this is the update of the app. I finally did get the menu on the top right. What else? Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks the same. One thing I did was just made sure that all the content could stay within the window. That was like annoying me. Um, but yeah, confirmed that it connects to the gateway. I got to do a test to make sure it connects to the trader workstation for IB. And yeah, this is it's coming along, coming along. So probably towards the end of the 30 days, I'll put out a sign up, and people can, yeah, request to get early access to this. Need some definitely would love to have some beta testers. No, I have a few already. A couple friends that have been watching me on Instagram, posting stuff with the stories and stuff. But yeah, like I said, this is gonna be for everybody. So we'll be a belly butter. All right, so let's see. Yes, one only. German any component on the box rather than waiting. So I'll let y'all read it with me. Unfp return. All right. That was kind of disappointing. Long story short, it didn't really build that much because it was like, let me read this again. I'm gonna have to read this again myself. Yeah, that's all I was looking at. I wanted to see the non-US futures. Did we explore multiple strategies for non-US futures? Okay, well, that was about it. That's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. There's also a separate web page that I'm going to make available if anybody's interested in running your ideas and getting results to try to find algo trading strategies. All right, I could have sworn this came back higher the first time we ran it. Okay, it's a different. Let me try this one again. Different moving average. Okay. Yeah, this came back 53. Let's save that. Okay. No bill. Yeah, I think I'm going to build that. Okay. Non-US futures. This looked at these. Well, I should say. Let me copy the whole thing. Everything else, USCME says no, it didn't do the study. So when I said non-US, that's the whole of it. To get that managed carry cheapest. All right, well, I'm actually going to continue doing this, but at least you got to see a little bit of me adding that load bar, getting rid of the static text that was on there. So I think I'm gonna add one more thing, which is a clear button. That way, all this can be removed, and you can enter in a new um, strategy. All right, so we're gonna say add a reset button next to the run backtest button to clear the results. And that'll be in the queue. So again, this website is hosted on my server at Katika Web Services. Where you can also get a free account, start your first project. It's next.js SSR hosting, so no credit card. You can host at least one AI project. Excuse me. So let's make sure that we at least get our reset button done, and then I'll end the stream. But can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to these next 30 days to just go by so fast in order to see the results of the 0 days for the queues. I'm going to mimic that or clone that strategy and do it for SPY. We have it for something similar for SPX, but yeah, I just want to first, of course, back test it. And then we can add it to the forward testing. Let me see. It's not that one. It is this one. Yeah. So I updated. When you click on these now, it drops you straight down to the table. That way you can go right to the results of it in a more detailed form. So like I said, we bounced back. We put in our guardrail basically to make sure we don't take any more losses like this. Yeah, I just want to see green for the next 20 sessions. That's basically a month's worth of trading. And then we're turning this thing to software. We're adding live money, real money, and then we're trading it. So set it and forget it. All right. So this still says 811. So this is also something I need to clean up. Maybe the next stream I'll just actually go through each page and start cleaning up stuff. You can see what everything each page is, and then at some point, if you guys want this or at least a template of this, I'll put it in GitHub and you can download it. Go back here. All right, set our reset button is live. Let's refresh. Bam, right there. All right, cool. Run back. Could not read that. No entry conditions recognized. All right. Well, it didn't let me do that, so. But the reset button works, so I cleared that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. You got a chance to see me update the test strategies. We added a reset button. We also added a loading area or progress bar, and then we also added, or we got rid of the static text that was on there. So I'm going to continue to build this out. Next video, like I said, I'll probably, hopefully have some updates in terms of progress on adding additional strategies that may fare or look profitable rather, and then also just show you some updates on this. Again, if you guys want to build anything like this, let me know in the comments. Please make sure you subscribe, share this, trying to increase my followers. So yeah, I'm not at 100 yet. I'm like at 86, I think. So help me at 200. All right, peace. Thanks for watching.